In this video we're going to be checking out the top 5 best Canon cameras in this year. I made this list based on products' features, online popularity, consumers' reviews, brand reputation, prices and more. I've included options for every type of consumer. If you want more information and updated pricing on the products mentioned, be sure to check the links in the description down below. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Number 1. Canon EOS R. This Canon camera is a standout amongst other mirrorless Canon cameras out there. It has an extraordinary taking care of and an amazing AF execution. It has another DIG-IC8 preparing motor and an extraordinary ISO scope of 100-40,000. 4 new RF lenses are being dispatched with EOS R. The RF 24-105mm f/4L is USM, RF 28-70 f/2L USM, RF 50mm f/1.2 USM and RF 35mm f/1.8 are STM macro. An excessive number of Canon clients have been sitting tight for the EOS R. The inquiry is, will it fulfill them? Canon conveys to us a pretty cool plan, with measurements of 5.3 by 3.9 by 3.3, 135.8 by 98.3 by 84.4 mm. It loads around 1.45 pounds, 660 grams with battery and memory card, and it feels incredible on hands. It has an implicit EVF with 3.69 million dots, Vari point touchscreen, and spec framework LCD board. The EOS R has a redeveloped lens mount and a refreshed full outline picture sensor for a novel sight and sound camera framework. It has a lot of modes: aperture priority, bulb, custom, intelligent auto, manual, shutter priority and programmed auto. It shoots a 30.3 megapixel full frame with CMOS sensor and DIG-IC8 picture processor, and perhaps it doesn't give goal choices to higher edge rates. However, this doesn't imply that you can't snap the picture you are searching for. It's basic and simple to utilize regardless of whether you haven't shot Canons before. I am almost certain that you will find that it's anything but difficult to explore. Proceeding onward, Canon conveys us great autofocus for static subjects. It focuses rapidly and it's pretty exact even in low light conditions. The organization guarantees that the EOS R can focus down to 6 EV when utilizing AF 1.2 lens, which is really great dependent on my exploration about the advanced cameras, and I can say that it offers astounding AF execution contrasted with different mirrorless cameras. Additionally, it makes a splendid showing with regards to focus following, yet not on low light, as while it maybe doesn't give us the goal and dynamic reach as the pricier 4.2MP and 4.5MP sensor rivals, plainly is the pick of Canon's sensor arms stockpile right now. To summarize, I would state that the EOS R was made to be the way to benefit as much as possible from another arrangement of lenses and optical advancements. Number 2. Canon EOS 80D. As we proceed onward, we have a great camera that makes an unprecedented update from the 70D. In the event that you are searching for a camera that has a broad list of capabilities with a lot of control choices, however not an all-out proficient level camera, this is it. It furnishes the client with astonishing outcomes with a lot of detail. This one highlights a 24 million pixel sensor with a DIG-IC6 preparing motor. This implies that it's one stage higher than the 70D. It was dispatched in 2016, yet it's one of best Canon cameras for anybody updating from a less expensive model. It has a sensor size of 22.5 by 15 mm with a CMOS type with 24.2 megapixel and catches high goal pictures. Commotion is controlled well, and albeit some detail is lost, it actually looks very great. As it goes to the plan, I need to state that it looks lovely and basic. Most of the catch controls are situated on the correct side of the camera, and on the back and top plate, which are pretty simple to reach as you are utilizing the camera. Anyway, a few catches like the AF, drive, and metering are intended for use related to the main dial. While you take a gander at the auxiliary LCD screen, it functions admirably. However, many will discover the touch control managed by the fundamental screen on the rear of the camera more valuable. The organization doesn't consider the picture quality the primary concern, however makes it accessible for use if it's required. It has a way preferable autofocus framework over the 70D. It works impeccably, keeping quick-moving subjects sharp even in low light. 80D's AF framework has a sum of 16 customization alternatives in the menu. These can be valuable choices, notwithstanding, the picture taker requires a decent comprehension of the subject and the shooting conditions. On the off chance that you truly need an alternate picture quality, at that point you need to play with the controls a smidgen and get the outcome you need in light of the fact that the picture quality isn't the fundamental target with regards to the defaults. I would state that this camera gives you great outcomes as long as you are not an enthusiast of channels. Number 3. Canon EOS 6D Mark II. We proceed onward with the EOS 6D Mark II. Accompanies a 35.9 by 24mm CMOS sensor. This camera works admirably with regards to execution and speed. It has a sum of 27.10 megapixels with a sensor goal of 6269 by 4160. It loads around 765 grams and it was dispatched in 2017. It has a comfortable hold and refined touchscreen control. With regards to the sensor, it has a full outline CMOS sensor, and this one flaunts Canon's DIG-IC7 preparing motor, which is equipped for handling data approximately multiple times quicker than the DIG-IC6. It can took shots at 6.5 casings every second, and this sensor utilizes Canon's dual-pixel CMOS AF sensor to convey quick stage location autofocus, so live view and film AF are quicker and smoother than the Mark I. The EOS 6D Mark II is an incredible camera to hold and utilize. It's created from a combination of aluminum compound and polycarbonate with glass fiber. Despite the fact that it doesn't have a star feel, it actually appears to be quite well in view of the grasp that is totally etched, and the camera fits easily in the hand. With regards to the design of catches and controls, it has an enormous LCD show on the top plate with a lot of data, and it's almost indistinguishable with the EOS 6D, so in the event that you have utilized that one, you should feel right comfortable with the Mark II. The AF is noteworthy on the grounds that it works admirably. It is more satisfactory for the regular shooting of generally static subjects. With regards to AF in live view and film modes, it is very astounding gratitude to Canon's dual-pixel AF framework. I should make reference to that Mark II offers better autofocus with the mirror secured than it does in viewfinder shooting mode. In outline, Mark II's presentation is generally excellent undoubtedly. Here as well, the picture quality isn't the fundamental focus, however it's ideal for this present camera's market. It has a pleasant commotion control, with rather blundering edge honing. Generally, this camera is extraordinary compared to other Canon cameras out there and feels pleasantly settled on. It is a fantastic decision for beginners and experts that are searching for a moderate all-rounder. Number 4. Canon EOS 90D. The Canon EOS 90D is the DSLR rendition of the mirrorless EOS M6 Mark II. Since the specs are almost the equivalent, Canon here lets purchasers pick what sort of shooting they need, a more modest and lighter mirrorless model or a medium-sized DSLR with an optical viewfinder. It accompanies a 32.5 MP CMOS sensor, and it utilizes Canon's DIG-IC8 processor. It has a maximum goal of 6960 by 4640. It is climate safe, has earphone, mouthpiece, and USB-C ports. This one is a DSLR that capacities better when utilized in live view, on account of the phenomenal dual-pixel AF framework. This model is a portion more extensive than the 80D, however it is somewhat more slender, and it feels very great to utilize in light of the fact that it's aluminum composite, polycarbonate pitch, and it wouldn't trouble the picture taker significantly over long terms. It has a 8-root joystick on the back of the camera, which is pretty cool. In any case, the expansion of the joystick implies that a portion of the catches have been moved around a bit. It has a responsive touch-empowered showcase. With regards to AF, this model uses two separate AF frameworks. This relies upon whether you're shooting through the viewfinder or utilizing live view, and the AF spread and a few focuses are a lot more noteworthy in live view. On the off chance that you let most choices to their defaults, the camera will consequently choose a subject, by and large the closest subject or face in the scene. By this can be changed so you can physically pick your principal subject from a focus point. On the off chance that you need an amazing crude picture quality, both detail catch and dynamic reach, this is the thing that you are searching for. It has a beautiful optical locator and a satisfying JPEG shading. I might want to specify that it has a decent battery life as well. This camera is equipped for end-up incredible pictures, however regarding execution, it's best when the mirror is secured. Any individual who is looking for a simple to utilize DSLR, this model is one of them. Number 5. Canon EOS 5D Senior. This one is a high MP camera with loads of extraordinary details, yet as you probably are aware you shouldn't be based all at the specs. The inquiry is how accomplishes this camera work in regular daily existence, and does it give you the image you are searching for? How about we discover it out? The EOS 5D Senior is a 50.2 MP camera. It utilizes double DIGIC6 processor and it has a maximum goal of 8688 by 5792. It doesn't have a picture stabilizer yet. That isn't enormous of an arrangement with regards to this camera. EOS 5D Senior has an optional LCD screen on the top plate, and this one is somewhat more keen. The fast menu is as of now excellent and it's anything but difficult to utilize. Canon is outstanding amongst other with regards to the legitimate arrangements. It has almost a similar body, the 5D3, and the benefit of this is that you can share numerous frill, battery holds, submerged lodging, and so forth. This Canon camera has great specs, possibly insufficient for genuine games or natural life shooters, however clearly extraordinary for some different applications. As we probably am aware, acceptable autofocus is significant, and the AF framework here looks truly well. It tracks the subject entirely well, notwithstanding, the best outcome originates from a solitary point shooting. Okay, thus, we realize that this is a high megapixel camera, and the vast majority get it due to the 50 MPs. Anyway, as I said, you shouldn't be based all at the specs or the megapixels, yet attempt to focus on the thing you are searching for. At any rate, this camera has an extraordinary picture quality. The high goal of the sensor implies that each focus mistake is made noticeable. This camera offers high picture quality, great cushion, and it is client-friendly, and we should not overlook that it has a lovely viewfinder image. EOS 5D Senior is extraordinary and simple to utilize a camera. For the individuals who know about Canon cameras, I would strongly suggest this one.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you liked the video. If you found the video helpful, please remember to thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future. If you have any questions related to these products, you can leave a comment below and I will get back to you as soon as I can.